This video is made in collaboration with Narutopedia. For more information, check out the link in the description. The Life of Tsunade from Naruto. Tsunade is a descendant of the Senju and Uzumaki clans and is one of Konohagakure's Sannin. She is famed as the world's strongest kunoichi and its greatest medical nin. The repeated loss of her loved ones caused Tsunade to later abandon the life of a shinobi for many years. She's eventually persuaded to return to Konoha and take on the mantle of the 5th Hokage, where her skills prove invaluable to the village. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're going over the life of Tsunade. Before we begin, we publish a new video every day, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Background. Tsunade is the granddaughter of Hashirama Senju and Mito Uzumaki. Because Hashirama was the first Hokage of Konohagakure, Tsunade is called Princess. Hashirama doted on Tsunade when she was very young because she was his first grandchild and found her deviance and her adoption of his own gambling habits highly amusing. Tsunade inherited his necklace when he died. After she graduated from Konoha's academy, Tsunade was teamed with Orochimaru and Jiraiya under the leadership of Hiruzen Sarutobi. When Jiraiya failed to acquire a bell during the team's first bell test, Tsunade teased him, prompting her to criticize her flat chest. Despite this remark, Jiraiya had a certain interest in Tsunade from their first meeting, which only increased after her breasts developed. When she nearly killed him for spying on her while she bathed, he was forced to be more discreet about his interests. Tsunade's younger brother Naoki dreamed of someday becoming the Hokage so he could protect Konoha, their grandfather's legacy. On Naoki's 12th birthday, Tsunade kissed his forehead and gave him Hashirama's necklace in the hopes that it would help him achieve his dream. He died the next day, a casualty of the ongoing Second Shinobi World War, thus returning the necklace to her. Tsunade began advocating for the inclusion of medical nin on all 4-man squads in order to avoid further deaths like Naoki's. Hiruzen, the 3rd Hokage, agreed with her arguments but could not dedicate resources to the necessary implementation due to the ongoing war. Dan Kato, on the other hand, shared her views, and as their relationship developed, he confided with her his dreams of becoming Hokage so he could bring change to Konoha and protect his loved ones from death. Tsunade kissed his forehead and gave him Hashirama's necklace in the hopes that it would help him achieve his dream. Although their team under Hiruzen's leadership had been disbanded, Tsunade, Orochimaru, and Jiraiya continued fighting during the Second Shinobi World War. During one such fight in Amegakure, they were the only 3 to survive an encounter with Hanzo, for which accomplishment Hanzo dubbed them Konoha's legendary Sannin. In the aftermath of the battle, Jiraiya opted not to return to Konoha so he could train with the Ame orphans. Tsunade would go on to make her own independent contributions to the war, frequently counteracting Chiyo of Tsunagakure's poisons. Though Tsunade's actions are said to have won the war for Konoha, Tsunade was unable to prevent Dan's death, and her failure to stop his severe blood loss caused her to develop hemophobia. With Dan's death, Hashirama's necklace returned to Tsunade once again, convincing some that the necklace was cursed to kill anyone who wore it other than Tsunade. Tsunade herself became convinced that achieving one's dreams was impossible and that to be Hokage was a fool's job. She therefore left Konoha, taking Dan's niece Shizune with her to train as an apprentice. Due to her hemophobia, Tsunade retired from any direct involvement in medicine or combat, instead relying on Shizune whenever a need for either came up. Search for Tsunade. Tsunade hits a jackpot while playing the slot machines in Tenzaku quarters. She takes this as a sign that something bad is about to happen and makes immediate plans to leave the city, but Shizune convinces her to visit a local castle before they go. While they're there, the castle is destroyed by a snake, Orochimaru's way of saying hello. Tsunade immediately notices the damage to his arms and, guessing he wants her to heal them, preemptively refuses. Orochimaru's assistant, Kabuto Yakushi, explains that they've tried all other options and that only Tsunade can help. She asks how his arms were damaged, to which Orochimaru responds that the damage was received while he killed Hiruzen Sarutobi. Tsunade becomes enraged and threatens to kill Orochimaru, but he piques her interest when he offers to revive Naoki and Dan Kato. Tsunade asks what he would do if his arms were restored. Orochimaru replies that he would destroy Konohagakure, which is what he was trying to do when his arms were damaged in the first place. Shizune tries to convince Tsunade to help her kill Orochimaru and Kabuto, but they decide to leave instead, giving Tsunade a week to decide. While having dinner later, they are found by Jiraiya. Jiraiya asks her to become the 5th Hokage, which she refuses, upsetting Jiraiya's companion Naruto Uzumaki. Tsunade recognizes Naruto as the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails and starts remarking on what a waste it was for the 4th Hokage to give his life saving Konoha from the Nine Tails. She reflects further that all the past Hokage have wasted their lives for the village and concludes that only a fool would ever want the title. Naruto, who has his own dreams of being Hokage, is enraged and tries to attack Tsunade. Jiraiya holds him back, but Tsunade agrees to fight him outside the restaurant. Tsunade easily outmatches Naruto using only one finger for offense and defense, but she's unsettled by how similar his resolve is to Naoki and Dan's. When she's distracted by this, Naruto attacks her with an incomplete Rasengan, which she once again avoids only using a finger. She berates Jiraiya for teaching Naruto the Rasengan at all, declaring it cruel to let someone as untalented as him believe he can master something as complicated as the Rasengan. Naruto vows to complete it in 3 days, prompting Tsunade to make a wager. If Naruto can master the Rasengan in a week, she'll give him the first Hokage's necklace. If she can't, she gets his wallet. Naruto agrees. Tsunade and Jiraiya have drinks later. Jiraiya guesses that Orochimaru made some offer to Tsunade. He doesn't ask for details about the offer, but he promises to personally kill her if she does anything to endanger Konoha. She claims not to care about the village, so Jiraiya reminds her of how important the village was to Naoki and Dan. He further notes how similar they, particularly Naoki, are to Naruto. Tsunade keeps tabs on Naruto as he trains, but by the end of the week he has failed to master the Rasengan and the intense training leaves him bedridden. Shizune pleads with Tsunade not to accept Orochimaru's deal, and when this fails, she tries to use force, prompting Tsunade to knock her out. She meets with Jiraiya again and drugs his drink, knocking him out, and when he wakes up the next morning, making it difficult for him to use chakra. Tsunade meets with Orochimaru and agrees to heal his arms on the condition that he would leave Konoha alone. Orochimaru agrees. She approaches him, apparently to heal him, but Kabuto notices that at the last moment she has killing intent and stops her. Orochimaru questions why she would deceive him, to which she replies that she knew he was lying about sparing Konoha. Although she desperately wants to see Naoki and Dan again, she knows they wouldn't want to be brought back at the cost of Konoha's safety, something Naruto has reminded her of. Orochimaru and Kabuto state that they'll force her to heal his arms, causing her to attack them. They draw her away from the city, and Kabuto, a medic nin, tries neutralizing her, but she heals all the debilitating damage he does. Unable to stop her through conventional means, Kabuto slits his own wrists and coats her with his blood, paralyzing her due to her phobia. Jiraiya, Shizune, and Naruto eventually arrive to help. Shizune looks after Tsunade as she shudders from the blood, while Jiraiya fights Orochimaru and Naruto fights Kabuto. Naruto is quickly defeated by Kabuto, as is Shizune when she tries to face him afterwards. Kabuto approaches Tsunade and tries to restrain her, which she is unable to fend off in her condition. Naruto stops him and attacks with an incomplete Rasengan, but misses, causing Kabuto to start commenting on his lack of talent, just as Tsunade did the week before. Naruto persists, and after making a shadow clone to help him, he is able to strike Kabuto with a perfected Rasengan. Kabuto is defeated, but as his last act, he severs Naruto's heart muscles. Tsunade tries healing him, fearing that he'll die just like Naoki and Dan did. She succeeds, and in a brief moment of regained consciousness, Naruto claims the necklace he's won. Orochimaru decides to kill Naruto and attacks with his sword of Kusanagi. Tsunade uses her body to block the attack, her way of protecting Naruto, Konoha's future Hokage. Orochimaru keeps trying to attack him, which Tsunade keeps using her body to block. Her resolve to protect Naruto eventually overcomes her fear of blood, allowing her to go on the offensive. She kicks Orochimaru, activates Creation Rebirth to heal all the damage she's received, and declares her acceptance of the position of 5th Hokage. She, Jiraiya, and Orochimaru each summon Katsuyu, Gamabunta, and Manda, respectively. When Manda proves too elusive for Katsuyu and Gamabunta, Tsunade uses Gamabunta's sword to pin Manda to the ground with his mouth shut. She then delivers a series of punches to Orochimaru's face, forcing him to escape with Kabuto. Before he leaves, he warns that he has other ways of fixing his arms. Having used so much chakra during the fight, Tsunade's younger transformation fades after the battle, but it is restored before Naruto wakes up. Naruto expresses his concern that she isn't qualified to be 5th Hokage, being vastly inferior to Hiruzen. Tsunade challenges him to a fight and once again outmatches him using a single finger. Rather than defeat him, however, she kisses his forehead to symbolize her faith in his achieving his dreams, just as she once did for Naoki and Dan. Sasuke Recovery Mission. When they get back to Konoha, the villagers start making preparations to officially place Tsunade into office. Before that can happen, Naruto has Tsunade heal the damage to the minds of Kakashi Hatake and Sasuke Uchiha. She also looks at the damage to Rock Lee's spine. Although she's the only one who can fix it, she confesses that there's a 50% chance he wouldn't survive the procedure and recommends he give up on life as a ninja. After thinking it over, Lee tells her plainly that being a ninja is his dream, which she cannot argue with. In the anime, Tsunade tries to improve his chances of survival by studying one of Kabuto's jutsu, and in doing so, she improves Lee's odds to 58%. Lee ultimately survives the procedure. Being Hokage comes with a heavy workload, especially in the aftermath of Orochimaru's Konoha crush, which left the village understaffed. For this reason, when Tsunade is informed that Sasuke has defected to Orochimaru, Shikamaru Nara, only recently promoted to Chunin, is the highest-ranking ninja she can assign to lead the Sasuke recovery team. She allows him any genin he can recruit for the mission, although she recommends Naruto's inclusion. After the recovery team leaves, Tsunade is notified of the Konoha Special Mission Platoon's defeat by the Sound 4, Sasuke's escorts. Having already suspected that a team of genin won't be enough, she requests Tsunagakure's support so that Orochimaru, a mutual enemy of both villages, can't gain Sasuke's Sharingan. She's also informed that Lee, despite still recovering from his surgery, has also gone off to lend support. Despite the best efforts of the recovery team, Lee and Suna's 3 Sand siblings are unable to stop Sasuke from joining forces with Orochimaru. Tsunade sends the medic corps to retrieve the recovery team's members and tend to their injuries. Tsunade, by studying the Nara clan medical encyclopedia, is able to cure Choji Akimichi of the 3-colored pill's side effects. Tsunade is later approached by Sakura Haruno, who wants to be taught medical ninjutsu. Seeing that Sakura has something she wants to protect, Naruto and Sasuke, Tsunade agrees. Mizuki tracking mission. Jiraiya makes plans to take Naruto away from the village to train him. In the anime, Naruto must remain in Konoha while Jiraiya is off investigating, and it's up to Tsunade to keep him preoccupied with other missions so he won't go after Sasuke by himself. When, during one of these missions, the legendary Stupid Brothers escape from prison, Tsunade convinces them to surrender with a quick display of genjutsu and her strength. The appearance of strange visitors. In the anime, Tsunade learns that Rock Lee and Might Guy are being impersonated by Mondai and Pacha. Deciding to have fun with the two, Tsunade pretends to believe their disguises and has them do many arduous tasks for her. The workload horrifies the two and eventually drives them away from the village. In Naruto's footsteps, the friends' paths. Sakura progresses rapidly under Tsunade's tutelage. In the anime, Ino Yamanaka also asks to train with Tsunade. From seeing the rivalry that exists between Sakura and Ino and how competition drives them each to do better, Tsunade agrees. However, she teaches Ino only the medical ninjutsu and not the additional skills she teaches Sakura, believing that it would be better for Ino to focus on her clan's hidden jutsu. About 2 years after Naruto leaves Konoha to train with Jiraiya, Tsunade proposes to Suna's 5th Kazekage that their 2 villages hold a Chunin exam. Publicly, the exam will demonstrate the alliance that now exists between their 2 villages. Secretly, the exam will hopefully draw out Akatsuki, who are after Jinchuriki like the Kazekage. The Kazekage agrees, and the 2 villages split responsibilities for the exams. She sends Kakashi Hatake to invite Amegakure to the exams with instructions to investigate rumors that Ame's leader, Hanzo, has been overthrown. Ame accepts the invitation, and Kakashi is unable to uncover anything, but both are convinced that something unusual is happening in Ame. The first stage of the exams is completed in Konoha without incident. Before the examinees and proctors relocate to Suna for the second stage, Tsunade warns the Konoha personnel to be alert for attacks on the Kazekage. The Kazekage is indeed attacked during the second stage, forcing the exams to be cancelled prematurely. Performance reports on the remaining participants are sent to the respective villages to decide who would be promoted to Chunin. Tsunade promotes the members of Team 8, Team 10, and Team Guy. She also promotes Neji Hyuga to Jonin because of his role in protecting the Kazekage. Kazekage Rescue Mission. Tsunade is informed of Naruto's return to Konoha after 2.5 years of training. She shares this news with Sakura, and together they welcome him back. Tsunade has Naruto and Sakura reform Team 7 under Kakashi's leadership. While trying to find a mission to send Team 7 on that Naruto won't complain about, Tsunade receives a report that Suna's 5th Kazekage has been kidnapped by Akatsuki. Tsunade decides to send Team 7 to lend assistance in the Kazekage's rescue in full awareness that Akatsuki wants to capture Naruto too. She isn't initially concerned, but when she suddenly wins the lottery, she takes this as a bad sign and sends Team Guy to provide additional support. A few days later, they receive news that the Kazekage was successfully rescued and that Team 7 and Guy will be returning to Konoha. Shizune questions the wisdom of sending Naruto into battle with the Akatsuki, to which Tsunade replies that because both Naruto and the Kazekage are Jinchuriki, Naruto was the single